Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today I've got a great collection from our friends at Creative Expressions. I've got the Slimline Stencils and also these wonderful little mini sentiments from their Festive collection cutting dies. I can't wait to show you what my friend Debbie and I did with them, so come play with us. So let's get started and go through this stack of great stencils here and cutting dies. So the Slimline Stencils by Creative Expressions are a little bit wider, a little bit larger than the traditional Slimline cards, the pre-folded cards that we have at Paper Wishes. These cards are 8.5 by 3.5 inches, and these stencils are actually 3 7/8 inches by 8 1/4 inches. So as Paulette said, this gives you more space and you can put them on a lot of different surfaces, which we're going to show you. So here we've got the Winter Holly, the Snowflake Flurry, and the Star Garland. And then these great little mini dies. Let me show you one of these here without my code on the back of it. They're just these little tiny mini expression cutting dies. They are so cute. So we have got Merry Christmas, From Me to You, Season's Greetings, Joy to the World, Happy Holidays, and Sending Love This Christmas. So let's jump right into it. I'm going to show you this first one that my friend Debbie made, which is so cute. She's got here the stencil on navy blue cardstock, and then she used 2 metallic ink pads. She used metallic silver and gold, and you can see how well that shows up on that dark color there. And she even hand cut out some of these little stars from silver linen cardstock right here. She also used this cutting die set, and I forgot to grab it. This is from 8 labels. I think it's 8. Anyway, it's listed down below, but there's a whole selection of these cutting dies, and they're good labels, and they're great for just the size. We made them just for the size. So check that out. And anyway, and then she outlined her card using these Slimline border dazzle stickers. She used these great mirror silver ones right here, all along the edges right here. And then of course she cut her Sending This Christmas from the silver linen paper as well, and then added some adorable little, these are gold jewel dazzle stickers. This is a sheet that I've used quite a bit that I grabbed off my desk. And we found that using this great little tool, this is the Jewel Picker tool. It's actually meant for rhinestones and stuff like that, but we find it works great for our dazzle stickers. One thing I have noticed is the more we use it, the more we get like adhesive stuck on one end of it. So before I use it, I like to just take a little wet paper towel or a wet wipe and just wash that end off so that it stays tacky. And then you just take your sheet of stickers and you just tack that right down, and you just sort of stir a little bit, and then it lifts right off. All right, and then you can just put that wherever you'd like, and it's just so much easier than picking them off. Great little tool. All right, so that's our first card. And then for this one, I used the Snowflake Flurry stencil, and this one is a 6 by 6 card, and I wanted to show you, you could take that and you could just put it right down the center of your card. And what I did is I went ahead, and you could use, there's a couple of different products for placing stencils that I like to use. It's Pixie Spray. This is light tack repositional adhesive for stencils, and it's great when you're doing a lot of inking, a lot of different colors, so that your colors don't get under there and bleed. So this is a great product to use. You just spray it on the back, just like hairspray, and it gives your stencil kind of a tackiness. So you just set that right down on top of your, directly on the card. And then I used a couple of different colors here of ink. I started out with my lightest color, which was Arctic Mist. I just did the whole thing here with Arctic Mist. I even then did outside the stencil along the edges, just did some color there as well. And I like to use blender brushes with that, so I've got several different sets here, or 2 different sets. I've got this set of 4, which is great, and then I've also got a set of 3, which have a little bit wider surface. So these are really fantastic to use, and give you that really nice, great blended background, which is so popular. And if you have trouble blending your inks, then this is the right tool for you. So went ahead and blended that along the sides, and then went to my next color, which was Blue Lagoon. Just added little bits of that, like kind of spot colored it here and there, and then added a little purple velvet. Did the same there, just kind of hit the edges of some of them like that, and then of course spots of it here and here. And then once that was done, then I removed the stencil and then just added some of these rainbow flat back pearls, which are fantastic. If you don't have the set of this, there's like, I don't know, there's got to be over 1,000 pearls in here, and they come in all these great colors. So I just added a couple of purple ones right there, and then I added, this is turquoise glitter cardstock, which it comes in a pack of 4, I believe. And I just took my little paper cutter and I just cut a little strip of it and then glued one here and here. And then of course I used my Season's Greetings die right here and cut out my little greeting right there. As you can see, it's tiny and it's just perfect size, and just glued that on. Now I used to do my gluing here Cosmic Shimmer Specialist acrylic glue. Just a couple of little drops on the back of these, just use my little finger to like spread it around and it was good to go. But also Sticky Specks, which I forgot to grab, are another great product to use with little cutting dies like this, and I'll attach that down below. I'm gonna make myself a note to remember to do that. And then also we've got our little ribbon here, which is Velvet Shimmer ribbon kit, and these have all these rainbow colors that work beautifully. Just a little tip, with the glitter cardstock. So make sure you have that in your stash as well. All right, so then we've got this one using the Holly, which is amazing. Debbie did this card. It's upside down, Lene. Debbie did this card. She actually inked on this white glitter cardstock. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to show you how to do that. She covered her Slimline card, like this one. She covered that with red glitter cardstock first, okay, and then cut her white cardstock just a little bit smaller. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna show you how she did this technique. It's really fun. All right, so we're gonna take this, and I find that for the glitter cardstock that the pixie spray isn't the best to use, so just resorting to using our low tack tape is great. Okay, we're just going to put that right there. We're going to tape this down. All right, and then we're going to use, this is Harmony Water Reactive Dye Ink in Pine Tree, and we're not using it for the water reactive properties. It's just any plain green ink will do, but we particularly liked this color. All right, and so what works really well are the brushes that have sort of a nice large surface like this. I'm just going to take some of this green ink and just start one side here, and you're just going to get that ink going on there. And then instead of spot coloring this and using red ink for the berries, Debbie just did the entire surface using this color. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to show you that part of it. Make sure you clean these off as you go. Learn from my mistake so you don't pick it up and get the wrong color on your next project. All right, so we're going to remove this. And you can see it's already coloring our background, and you still got that fantastic glitter. Look at that. And then what Debbie did was she took some red and gold glitter glue. For the red, she just colored in, just squeezed out some red on all of the berries here. Isn't that sweet? And then for the gold, she just added some gold glitter glue over those little tendrils. And she said that just worked beautifully. And then for her little additional elements here, She used, let me see where I can find that. Here we go. Her oval scalloped, 12 oval and scalloped cutting dies. This one is a mess. And she actually used some chipboard on here too. This is Christmas Memories chipboard. She's colored these in using tri-blend alcohol markers. And she's got this one right here with the little holly. Isn't that sweet? And then she actually cut this one right here from green and red glitter cardstock, and just took her stencil and then traced one of these on the back, and then just used some little scissors to cut that out and make that little detail. And she's got the cute little happy holidays that matches the stencil perfectly. Okay, so these are just fun cards to put together, you guys. And out of like one sheet, you can get 3 cards from one sheet of this, right, the white. How cute is that? And so from a pack, you could make a whole series of cards and just mass produce these awesome Christmas cards. All right, so for the last card I've got for you, I wanted to show you this one. This one I used the Snowflake Flurry, and for this one, again, I used it as sort of an embossing folder. These are embossed snowflakes on here. I'm going to show you how I did that. So if you can see on these, this is what I did to emboss it. Oh, if we can see on that and get the right angle. Not really. There we go. All right, so those are embossed snowflakes, and how I did that was, I first of all took just a sprayer with some clean water in it and sprayed my white cardstock, and then just took my stencil and just laid that down, and then sandwiched it between the plates of my die cutting machine, and then really put maybe another piece of scrap cardstock on top of it to shim that, and then put it through so it had a lot of pressure on it, and then it just left this great embossed look. And then to make that show up even more, because it is pretty subtle, I used the Shimmer ink pad. This is Jelly Bean Pink. This is a Prism ink pad. These are really inexpensive little ink pads to have, and they're great colors. And then of course we needed to have a little bit of shimmer here, so we've got this pink glitter cardstock, and as you can see, I just cut that into a strip as well and glued that on each end right there. These are actually orchid posy flowers from 49 Market. Just glued a little cluster right there with some leaves on each side, and then these little white glitter berries are from Foliage Toolkit. This is such a great toolkit to have for your die cutting stash for Christmas, because it's got all different kinds of foliage in here, and your holly berries and this cute little collection of berries. And I just cut those out of the white glitter cardstock and just tucked them in, and then added some little Barefoot Beach sparklets right there, and then which one of these Merry Christmas cutting die, also out of that beautiful pink. So let's take a look at, this is the jelly bean, the pink jelly bean, and it's got this great shimmer on this. All right, and then you're just going to start by just going along, really I wanted to go along the edges of this. Of course I cut this down to the width of my card, and then I just went around the edges just to bring a little color. Ugh. I'm not happy with this inking I'm doing. Let's blot that a little bit. All right. There we go. Then you can see this great shimmer. Look at that. It's fantastic. So you guys, that's just another technique that you can use with your stencils. You guys, we've got a great money saver on this. So if you're watching us on our webisode page, at Paper Wishes. Just check it out. It's right on the right-hand side. And down below, we've got the products used, so you can find everything from, you know, the brushes that I use to the ink pads, everything is there. And then if you're watching us on YouTube, well, we haven't forgotten about you. Look in the description box below the video and it'll take you right, there's a link, and it'll take you right to our Paper Wishes webisode page where you see everything I just mentioned. And we do 3 to 5 of these videos a week, you guys. So make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss any of these, all these great deals. So thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.